Hey guys, my name is Shanann Watts. I live in Frederick, Colorado. Say hi, Cece. Say hi, Bells.
Hi, Bill.
No, you gotta say hi.
Hi.
Hey besties, and welcome back to my channel. How are we doing today? Are we sad? Happy? 2023 is right around the corner, and are we ready for that? Let me know in the comments. If you're new, welcome. My name is BLACSIREN, and if you're interested in crime cases, you probably do because you clicked it. So why not just subscribe? Today's case is actually highly requested by some of y'all. I received a lot of comments that people wanted me to talk about Chris Watts. Oh, this case is phenomenal. The shit that he did was just awful. So what happened? Buckle the fuck up and let's talk about it. My hair is very curly today, which I don't know why, but anyway. There isn't really much information about Chris Watts' childhood background, not like other serial killer which they went through a lot of traumas or events that predisposes them to become a serial killer. So in today's video, I'm gonna unfold this case in a different way. We're gonna focus more on his adult life, his marriage, and his relationship with the kids. Christopher Lee Watts, he was born on May 16, 1981. He's a Taurus. He was employed by Anadarko Petroleum. I think that's how I say Anadarko. Anyway, his wife Shanann, or Shannon, I'm just gonna call her Shanann in today's video. Shanann Catherine Watts, she was born on January 10th, 1984. She's a Capricorn, just like me. She worked from home selling a product called Thrive for the multi-level marketing company Level. She gets her own products and recruit people and sell it to them. So basically, it was a pyramid scheme. Honestly, she was very good at it. She always got to go on business trips. She built her first house at the age of 25. And regardless what's her occupation, that's besides the point. Chris met Shanann through social media. In 2010, one day, Shanann got a friend request from Chris on Facebook, and one thing led to another. They started talking back and forth and catching feelings. So the couple tied the knot on November 3rd, 2012 in Charlotte, North Carolina, then moved to Frederick, Colorado. 1 year later, their first daughter, Bella, was born. Shanann was so excited to have her first baby girl. She spent every minute thanking God and taking of her precious gift that the Lord had blessed her with. On the summer of July 17th, 2015, their second daughter, Celeste, was born. And at that time, Shanann was suffering from lupus. And if you don't know what lupus is an autoimmune disorder. Bitch, I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving you the basic information, okay? So what I was saying, she was suffering from lupus, that's right, but she was determined to stay healthy for the babies. She was a great mom, loved her kids, treated them like princess. She said every moment with them was a blessing. With a combined income of $90,000 in 2014, they were bombarded with all the credit card debt, student loans, and medical bills. The couple filed for bankruptcy in June 2015, stating that their $3,000 mortgage and the $600 car payments took up most of their $4,900 in monthly expenses. Living is very expensive, let alone having 2 kids. That made it even worse. So financially, the Watts family wasn't God's favorite. But despite what was going on, they never lost faith. Nothing could break apart this lovely family. On May 5th, 2018, Shanann went on Facebook and said, "I love waking up now on Saturdays and being able to enjoy with my families." She was talking about how she was being excited for the upcoming summer. She also said, "I believe that everything in life happens for a reason, and I also believe people are placed in their life for a reason." She was being very positive and optimistic. I mean, what can you really do at this point? It's either cry or laugh. Would you rather spend every single day crying or laughing? Because life fucking sucks. It really is. But what we shouldn't do is surrender. Okay? So don't ever give up. Keep fighting. So, what are you eating right now? Let me know in the comments. On June 11th, 2018, Shanann wore a shirt that said, "Oops, we did it again." Yeah. She surprised Chris with the news of their new pregnancy. Yeah, they had another baby. Chris was thrilled. He reacted in saying, "That's awesome. It is a great news because Shanann, she was a great mom. She will literally do anything for the kids." It seems like Chris Watts was a great dad as well. His daughter loved him. They were definitely daddy's girls. Every day when Chris gets home from work, his daughter would just run towards him and saying, "Daddy, we love you, we miss you." You know, they would spend so much time together. They would hang out together. And his daughter just saw him as a hero.
My daddy is a hero. He helps me grow up strong. He reads me books. He ties my shoes.
On June 17th, 2018, Shanann posted a message on Facebook and she said, "Chris, we're so incredibly blessed to have you. You do so much every day for us and take such great care of us. You're the reason I was brave enough to agree to number 3. From laundry to kids' showers. You're incredible and we're so lucky to have you in our life. Happy Father's Day." Should we do cut crease today? I don't feel like it. Maybe it's the end of the year. I just don't have that energy anymore. You know what? Let's just try putting the shimmer directly on top of my eyelids. What would happen? Let's just see. Ooh. 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 Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. What the fuck is going on? Ooh la la. Let's try this eye. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go back to the story. So, from the outside, the Watts family was literally perfect. It's almost like when you search the definition of lovely family, their picture would be the first one to appear on the top left corner. So, what can possibly go wrong? Everything took a turn after the appearance of a mysterious woman, Nicole Kassinger. Nicole Kassinger, she also worked at the Anadarko Petroleum. She was at the environmental department as a safety officer and would often see the operators, including Chris. So one day, Chris came by her office and struck up a conversation. Then it was a slippery slope. They have their first meeting outside of the office later in June 2018. So this motherfucker started cheating while his wife was pregnant. Chris sees Nicole about 4 to 5 times a week and they started a physical relationship in early July. He told her that he's almost divorced. This fucking asshole. And this bitch, she knew. Oh yeah, she fucking knew. It's not like Chris tricked her saying that he was single. She knew from the get-go that he's married with kids and she didn't care. She chose to be a cunt.
Thank you so much for coming out here with me, Christopher. I'm having a wonderful time. You mean a lot to me, and I'm glad that you're having a blast. I am so out of breath.
She later told the police that Chris had told her they were separating and Chris didn't have his ring on. Like, girl, what the fuck? Later that month, while Shanann and the girls are out of town in North Carolina, he tells Kassinger that the divorce is final. Bitch, what divorce? Whose divorce? Yours? Because as far as I know, your ass is still married. They started hanging out together, going on dates, went to a car museum, all while his family was away. And just weeks after they started talking, Nicole's cell phone data showed that she was looking for wedding dresses for 2 hours. And police also found marrying your mistress, man I'm having an affair with, says he will leave his wife on her Google research. Yo, I'm just so baffling right now. Like, what kind of person would do shit like this? She also Googled how much Amber Frey's net worth was, and if you don't know who Amber Frey is, she was the mistress of Scott Peterson, who convicted of murdering his pregnant wife, Lacey Peterson. Yo, I am just shook to the core right now. Like, girl, come on. Really? Okay, I'm gonna put on some lashes and do the final touch on my eye makeup. I'll be right back. One thing you should never underestimate is women's intuition. Some men think they're so slick, they think they will never get caught if they cheat. When a husband cheats on a wife, she knows. Yeah, she definitely knows. The only reason they don't bust your ass is because they have so much to concern. They have to think about the family, the kids, so that's why some women, they chose to live in denial. They don't want to rip the band-aid off, not because of they don't know. Well, Shanann was on the trip with the girls. Chris started acting weird. He stopped calling her, and when Shanann confronted him, he would text shit like, I miss you a ton, I am so sorry. That's when she realized something was up because he never texted this way. And she didn't know what was going on. It's like everything just changed the second she went on this trip. She got back on August 13th, 2018 around 1:40 a.m. Chris woke her up as he's getting ready to go to work in the morning and wanted to talk about their marriage and the future. And according to his later confession, he told her about everything. His affair, that he wanted to end this marriage. He told her, like, this marriage won't last. He wants to get a divorce. Shanann replied to Chris that if he decided to do that, he won't see the kids again. And that's when he strangled her to death. And their daughter, Bella, who was 4 years old at the time, she came in and asked Chris, what was wrong with mommy? Then Chris just pretended nothing had happened. He told her, oh, mommy's just tired. She's sleeping now. Then Chris wrapped Shanann's body in a blanket and carried her to the truck. He put the two kids in the back seat and drove to his work site. He then smothered Celeste and put her body in the oil tank and did the same to Bella. He killed the girls one at a time. While he was smothering Celeste, Bella was right next to them. And she just asked him like, Daddy, what are you doing? Don't do this, stop. And Celeste was trying to fight back, but one was 3, one was 4. What could they possibly do? They were just harmless. He described the murder scene in the confession tape and it was just horrible and heartbreaking. He also said he buried Shanann's body in the ground nearby. On August 13, 2018, later that day, Shanann's friend Nicole, same name but different person, she's the good Nicole. She's worried when she didn't hear from Shanann. She kept calling and texting Shanann, asking where she is, but no response. So she called the police to do a welfare check, and Shanann is reported missing at around 1:40 p.m. The police arrived at the door but couldn't get in without the owner's permission, which was Chris Watts. And Chris showed up in a while. He was trying to play cool and shit. He even shook the officer's hand. He just pretended nothing had happened. And he's like, what is going on? Hi, officer, how are you? When they got in, Shanann's phone, keys, and purse were found at the house. There were text messages showing that Chris texted her 4 times. Once at 7 a.m., the text reads, if you take the kids somewhere, please let me know where they are at. Once at 12 p.m., he said, can you call me, please? And twice at 1:19 p.m., he said, I am on my way home. Please be there. And where are you? And let me remind you, this is after he had murdered Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico. After. It was all fucking act. On August 14th, 2018, Chris went on the local news and pleaded for their return. He was on TV lying the whole time. He had the audacity to say, Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring them back. The fucking audacity.
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here.
And you see how weird the way he said this? He said, I need to see everybody. It almost feels like he had the confidence that no one will ever found out where he hid the bodies. On August 15th, 2018, the FBI joined the search for the missing mother and the daughter. You know, when the FBI steps in, it's over. It is over. And Chris was taken to the station to do a polygraph test, and obviously he failed miserably. There's actually a clip on the internet, and you can just type Chris Watts. If you're interested, go take a look. So he confessed it to his father Ronnie first, then the officials. This motherfucker, he said he killed Shanann, but falsely claims that the reason for his murder was because she had smothered their children. So that's why he killed Shanann, because Shanann killed the daughters. And the next day, the 3 dead bodies were recovered at Chris' worksite. And the same day, Nicole, you know, this bitch, don't forget about her. So she was at the station and she told the police and saying, she said that, "I legitimately think his cheese was sliding off his cracker long before he met me." Well, so basically she was just saying, it's not my fault. Like, I didn't do anything to cause that. It's not my fault. And by the way, she had no alibi the night Shanann was killed. Just throwing out there, you know? And what do you think? Do you think she had anything to do with the murder? And a week later, on August 21st, 2018, Chris was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, plus 2 additional first-degree charges for victims being 12 or younger. And additionally, he faces another count for the unlawful termination of a pregnancy, plus 3 counts of tampering with the body, a total of 9 charges. On November 19th, 2018, during sentencing, the judge said, "This is perhaps the most inhumane and vicious crime that I handled out of the 1,000 cases I have seen." Then he issued 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole. And that includes 48 years for unlawful termination of Shanann's pregnancy and 36 years for disposing the bodies of his family. On November 18th, 2019, almost a year after, Shanann's parents sued Chris for $6 million, $3 million for each death, and another $3 million for causing emotional pain. And it was rude. Well, they're unlikely to get any money from Chris, but this prevents Chris benefiting or profiting from this murders in any way, just because he's in prison right now, but he still has civil rights. And if one day he ever decided to go on television, doing interviews, or write a book, he still can make money. And just like other notorious criminals did. So I think that's smart. As far as for Nicole Kassinger, she didn't do any jail time. She didn't get any punishment except for being publicly shunned for good. Since Chris Watts confessed to everything, she left her job, she changed her name, she moved to God knows where. And she's probably in the witness protection program, and we will never know. Do you think the police should dig more on Nicole Kassinger? Do you think she should get punished? Let me know in the comments. What are your thoughts? And ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of Chris Watts. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and remember, be safe, vigilant,